Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In Monster Strike, let's pull in the Fan Vote Hatcher. And then I was hoping that they would do some kind of visual representation of the choices in each block, and they did do that. They didn't do like just a list of names, so this is much cooler looking and easier for me to talk about as well, as I go into why I chose what I chose. But the first one here, the top 20, they did a list of top 100, and then the top 20, they get their own list here. This is probably the one that most people are going to pull in, because there are no monsters in here that are, subpar or like joke characters. All of them are limited except for Arthur, I believe. But then the rest, they're kind of like staggered between 1 and 100. Every 5 slots pick up that certain character. So you get some chances at non-limited characters as well, or also like less popular limited characters. But I guess we'll start from the back. This is the one that I am the least interested in. Maybe from here I would like Jekyll and Hyde. Don't really need him though. Bakers would be good if I ever play Kinky again. That's about all I would want from here, so definitely not. And then I also feel like this is one of the weaker slots because of Arthur, because she is not a limited character. Next is the Lucifer grouping. This one looks better. Who would I want? I don't have Gaybolg actually, and he looks pretty strong, so I would like him. I would like Azazel as well, even though he's not a transcendent form yet. He's still very useful and powerful. Oh, and then Succubus and Loki. They are very good non-limited characters. Don't have them. They could be good for easy quests or metal farming. Next is the Sherlock Holmes grouping. As far as who I want from here, I did want Devil's Punk Inferno, but then I finished the max look of Adabuda, so I actually don't need these guys anymore. Sinbad would be cool, but it wouldn't be worth pulling this grouping for him, I think. Next is Mana. I would love Alice, of course. If you saw me pull the Thank You Hatcher, this is the one that I was going after. Did not get her in there. Otherwise, Haitoku Pistols, I guess. I'm still working on the max luck of Complex. Atana would be good for, again, 21 of the Kinky. Geraru Hon, still haven't beaten Raudra. And Joan of Arc, just because I'm a fan of the historical figure. Alright, here's the Solomon grouping. I'd really like Moses. Still don't have him. And then Apollo X would be pretty strong, although I don't really feel like I need her. Bedivere would also be good, although I finished the max luck of Karuna. That's about it here. And then we have the top 20. And this is the one that I'm going to be pulling, because I think the 2 characters that I want most are Moses and Alice, and then they are both in here, so yeah, that increases my chances of getting something that I want. What I do not want are any light characters, because I have multiples of all of them. Except for Stryker, I only have 1 of him. But I would love a second Mana, second Sherlock, second Gabriel, second Tutankhamun, second Komachi, a first Watatsumi, first Kamail, first Heavenly Diva. I have lots of Pandora and Nostradamus, and then I would like a second of Damieru. And then I have plenty of Uriel, so yeah, it's still kind of a risky hatcher, but yeah, let's see what we get. Maybe a 50-50 chance of getting something that I would be happy with. Okay, come on. Come on, clone. Okay, cool. Mana, alright. And then, the reason why I wanted her is because oh, she has an S++ Ableberry. What is that? Attack and speed. That's not bad. I can keep that. Okay, but the reason why I wanted her was so that I could use this Oragon that I got from going to see the movie last year, must have been. But yeah, I can make this second version of Mana, so that's very cool. Let's do that now. Alright. And I feel like I've pulled a fair amount in the Legends Hatcher, but just never got a second Mana, so this is very cool. And then I did give the other form of her a hero scroll, because I would like to give her the sidekick and then the metal ableberry. Let's see where that is. Yeah, there she is. At first, I wasn't wanting to make the non-transcendent monsters metal farmers, because I wanted the 3 slots. So I give them the sidekick and the S-rank clear and the metal ableberry. But since I gave the S-rank clear to Bante, he can take care of that, and then I don't need to worry about that on my other characters. So that opens up the non-transcendent monsters to me. Okay, but pretty happy about that. Alright, and then for the second half of the video, I thought I would show off my items. And then, kind of the big news is that I have lots of Miracle Mean, Fueru Biscuits, Era Beru Berus, and then the level scrolls. And the reason for that is because I am in Japan at the moment, so I can get access to these monster spots. I can go to these different chain restaurants and then turn in Niku coins, meat coins, for stuff. And I went to the downtown area, and then I found all of these 5 stores, and then I had enough meat coins that I had saved up since maybe the beginning of the month, just to unlock all of that stuff, so that's why I have so many items now. Oops. I've really come to appreciate the miracle means. I used to just kind of write them off, and then actually use them just to waste them, because I didn't want them popping up every time I lost in a high-level quest. But now thinking about using them in tandem with the Fueru Biscuits, they have really good synergy. Because if I go into like a Colossal quest, or a Gozetsu quest rather, and I use a Fueru Biscuit, I want to win, of course. But they are hard quests, so I might not win. That's where the Miracle Mean can come in and save me. And then it also gives you the no continue chest at the end. So that's really powerful and nice. At the moment, I'm working on the max look of Complex. That's my #1 goal right now. So the next time that rolls around, I might be using the Fueru Biscuits and the Miracle Means together. And then finally, let's look at who I've used the Super Bias Scrolls and the Level Scrolls on. And then there's this handy new sorting thing in here. So these are everybody that I've given the Super Bias Scrolls to. First was Gabrielle, for 2 reasons. One is because I use her all the time, and then 2 is because I wanted to see as a super speed type how much of a speed up she would get from hitting the wall. And it's fairly substantial, so I'm very happy that I use it on her. And then if I ever slide her to her evolution form, she can get the super blast type, so yeah, it's kind of like a 2-for-1. And then I used the other one on Lucifer. She's a blast type, so she'll get the full power blast bump combo out of blast bump combos, which I use her with all the time because she's my main metal farmer, and I use her with Bante all of the time, so that blast bump combo is going off a lot. Alright, and then next let's look at which characters I gave the level scrolls to. And again, it's Gabrielle and Lucifer. I figured if they're good enough for Super Bias Scrolls, they'd certainly be good enough to raise to level 120, so that's how that is looking. And then I gave them to a couple of metal farmers that are balance types. One is Warupurigisu, and then the other is Nonno Alpha. And I did that mostly to raise the strength of their bump combos, since that can help me with farming. They both have the S++ sidekick ableberries, And then to compare the strength of that bump combo, which is 28,000 per shot, to the naked version, I guess you could say, is just 20,000. So that's almost an increase of 50% for having the Sidekick Ableberry and the level 120, so that's a pretty big difference. And then I used a couple of level scrolls on my Golzetsu Max Lux, Shurigata and Arubuda. And yeah, they're pretty powerful. Also mostly for the bump combos, just because they're some of the best bump combos in the game. And then Shurigata, she also has the Sidekick S++, and then with a level 120, her bomb throw is almost as powerful as Solomon. And Solomon is a blast type, so that's pretty crazy. But yeah, I have a few level scrolls at the moment. I'm debating who I want to use it on. I might want to use it on some more balanced types like Nightingale or Satan Alpha, or maybe another Golzetsu Max Luck like Karuna. I like Karuna a lot. But yeah, that is how my account is looking. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you again.